Omega plc design, manufacture and market our own branded products. And we market those through independent kitchen specialists across the UK, and they in turn sell to the consumers. It's a massive market we operate in, probably about £1 billion at manufacturer selling prices. But it's very highly fragmented, which means there are a lot of opportunities for a company with expertise, management, skill to take market share, and that's exactly what we're doing, and we're doing it very successfully. And of course, to do that we need some sound support systems.
We'd got to a point where we were no longer a small company, we were 13 million turnover, and we were looking at re-engineering how we did business, how we approached things. We were also looking for something that could give us some best practice and could bring something to it as well. What we found is that the original warehouse management system became restrictive for us, and we needed something that was bigger, stronger and more capable to accommodate the processes that we wanted to put in place.
Our IT team, in conjunction with our operations team, they were responsible for looking at the outline specification of the various systems, and at the end of the day they had it down to two which they favoured, one being SAP.
Although we didn't set any financial targets, what we did do is we set some targets based on processes and things that we wanted to achieve from the system. We spent 18 months looking at what we did as a business, and probably the last 6 months of that 18 months looking at how SAP would be able to deliver what we wanted it to deliver, and also what we could take from the product as well. We have about 80 million permutations of a kitchen unit, and as you can imagine, to put in a system that can accommodate that, and to find a system that can accommodate that is very difficult. So with SAP what we found is that could not only accommodate that, but could also accommodate the new processes we were looking at. We pulled in a team of people that we thought were critical to a department, or the most capable people in that department, to be able to roll this out. And what we're able to do is cherry pick the modules that we needed from SAP and the programs that we needed from SAP. We did quite a fast track implementation. It was 6 months, but that was 6 months being a start to finish, and we've rolled it out globally to the business. We didn't just cherry pick certain parts of it. It is integrally our ERP system, and it runs every part and every operation of the business. And it's hard work, but every ERP system is anything that you put in, especially in a manufacturing environment, because it's quite intense and it's quite detailed. It's hard work, but we did find that we had good help from the partners. The product worked well, and fortunately worked first time, which in my experience when dealing with other products, what I've found is you always get little bugs and problems. And what we found with this one, which were a first for me, was that as we were implementing, when we put something in and we set it up and we tested it, it worked. And then once it worked, that were it. We never had to go back to it. We never had to rework it. So that helped quite considerably to be able to implement in 6 months. We didn't try and reinvent the wheel. We didn't change the system in any way, shape or form. We left it as it was. Being able to add on to what we've got and grow the business and keep the stability and keep the profit level there with the system that we're using now. What we haven't had to do is throw more staff at it, re-engineer massively any processes. And as a growing business, what you need is some kind of discipline and stability, and it gave us that.
It was important to us that we had a lot of headroom built into the system so that it would cope with an ever-expanding range, which was massive to start with. So we were looking for lots of headroom and comfort, let's say, within the specification. And it's obvious now that we've certainly got that. It's used throughout the organisation. It's covering really all the disciplines. It's operating from accounts to production planning, sales office processing. It really does go right through the organisation. It's key to everybody, which is one of the challenges, of course, because we've got a variety of users with a variety of skills and capabilities, all trying to achieve different things through it. So, of course, being able to get it right across the business and suit all operators is in itself quite a challenge. Not just for the software, I might add, for the company that's actually bringing the software in.
We've got some quite big benefits One of the big ones was the warehouse, when we rolled out the warehouse management system. That brought us a lot of control and a lot of discipline in that area and a lot of stability. We've put more emphasis on not reduction of stock, but the control of stock to allow us to be able to give the service that we need to give to our customers. Because using SAP, we now manufacture everything in an order sequence. We can take straight off the lines onto roller tracking, and that goes straight round onto the vehicle. We're now 5 times faster at processing an order than we were before, and we've still maintained the same accuracy.
Now we've got a tremendous system, and I guess in some respects we're hardly tapping the surface as far as its potential is concerned. Clearly we've got a lot of fans of SAP now because it does everything the business needs, and they're all confident it will give us what we need for the future, and we are growing still pretty significantly every year. But the big job is done, the operators are familiar, so in that respect the hard work is all behind us now.
When you see the product and its scalability and its ability to be able to be configured for whatever business type is required, I find that it's probably the best product on the market to suit a growing business, and any growing business that would be looking for a new software system. I don't think there's any others really on the market that I'd recommend. SAP is our foundation. As we stand, we intend to grow and continue to grow with SAP. As a company, we intend to, in the next 5 years, double our turnover, which at the moment is looking very promising.
Sales are up 20%, pre-tax profits are up 54%, so we're off to a great start. But by 2010, we expect to have double the size of the business, that's the plan. So it's good to know that in SAP we've got a system that will comfortably take that level of growth and see us through it. I think that the advice is be real. Remember the change is total, and you're putting something in which is potentially going to be a lot bigger and a lot better. But it doesn't come for nothing. I think you really have got to buy in to everything it brings with it, and that's have all your people prepared, be prepared for that change, embrace the change, and don't try and take the system on and change it. If it's rigid and you must be disciplined, then approach it that way. Don't try and change that.